gmail.com. Erick and Brad Show at gmail.com. We're doing something that no podcast has ever done before in the history of the internet, and that is accept electronic mail through an email account on Gmail. And we're trying that out. It's an experimental process. It's going to be a great show today. Brad's gonna tell about how he's fucking hates OnlyFans and everybody that runs it, and Erick's going to announce his support for Caitlyn Jenner as the governor of California. And
buckle up, buckaroos.
It's gonna be amazing. Episode 53. How's it going, man?
Fantastic. Just great. How are you doing?
Good. Are you going to be recording off your webcam microphone?
Maybe.
Oh, no.
Maybe. It's a surprise. Sorry about that last week, guys. Brad's fucking computer broke again and fucking just fucked everything up.
I know.
Fucking really dicked the dog last week.
I've installed Windows ME, so I think that I'll have better luck this time on this desktop refurbished.
ME? Is that millennial?
Yeah.
What is ME? Okay, that was the one that had all the problems, right?
Oh, yeah.
Am I crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Very easy to get viruses on. And I have a new investment idea.
Yeah?
Are you ready for it?
Let's hear it.
It's going to change. It's going to change lives. This new store is going to dominate retail in America, okay? Brick and mortar kind of store, but a franchise, a chain. And we're going to invest all of our fucking life savings in it. It's called Borders, and we're going to sell CDs, movies, and books. And it's going to fucking last forever. That's my recommendation of the week.
Man, I missed that store. I forgot about that store. I haven't seen a Borders in a hot minute.
They're all gone.
Or they're completely?
Yeah.
It's done?
Yeah.
There's not a single Borders left?
No.
We have... Yeah, well, I guess we have a lot of bookstores, but I think that's kind of a Portland thing. I don't know. I think Portland's really good about keeping bookstores alive.
I love a bookstore.
We have a famous bookstore here. I've never been to it. There's
Barnes
like a
and
famous
Noble?
bookstore. No, downtown.
Oh.
There's Barnes and Noble close to my house. No, it's like a local, I think it's the largest uncorporated bookstore in the United States.
That's
I think
awesome.
that's what they...
Is it multiple story?
that's
Is it
what they
one
call-
floor? Or
Oh, yeah. It's fucking massive.
it's more than one
It's
floor?
downtown. It's downtown Portland, and it's fucking huge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't remember what the fucking... It's super famous fucking... I'm honestly like... It's so famous that I'm surprised you don't know what I'm talking about.
I saw on TikTok that there's nude beaches in Portland.
Yeah, there's... Yeah, there's... It's funny, I went fishing...
At a nude beach?
with a buddy. Well, there's a really good fishing spot. It's called Chauvin. So in Portland, you have the Willamette River and the Columbia River come together, like right out of Portland. And right there, they like hit and then they separate a little bit, kind of, but it's just a big island. They call it Savi's Island, and it's this huge island. I mean, whatever you want to call it. It's in between two rivers, kind of. And but it's like that's our city beach. That's where people go. It's fucking extremely popular. Dead middle of summer, you just hit that beach, and it's fucking a mile and a half long, and it is just packed full of fucking people on the river. And then as you go down to the end, and then it starts fading out, and then that's where the nude beach starts, and it's just usually a bunch of dudes. But I went fishing once with a buddy, and he was kind of a prudier type of dude, and we're trying to get away from the people. We were going sturgeon fishing, and we kept heading north, and we like come around this tree, and he's just and he just turns around and starts walking real fast the other way. I'm like, what? He's like, there's a naked dude right there. There's a naked dude. And he just went walking. Yeah, I think there's a few of them around here. People go nude beaching in.
Nude beaching?
Powell's Books. That's what it's called. You ever heard of that? Yeah, Powell City of Books in Portland, Oregon.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I know they claimed something. I think it's the largest non-corporated bookstore in the United States. I think that's what they claim.
I wonder if they have The Shining.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do, which you should read. Went hunting yesterday. That was dope.
Finally. Jesus
Oh, dude, it was so fun. It was so fun. But goddamn, my legs. I thought paintballing and fucking. Oh, I didn't tell you about that, but I did go paintballing, and that beat the shit out of my legs.
Uh-huh.
I went hard,
Yeah.
real hard. I always go hard. I was sore as fuck the next day. But goddamn, hunting did the same fucking thing.
Oof.
We headed up fucking, towards Mount Hood, and then headed up this fucking road, and it's fucking been warm as shit around here. And we go up this road, and then bam, hit fucking snow, like deep snow. It was
Nice.
just like, oh shit. So we had to park the fucking truck and fucking just start hiking it. And fuck, dude, it was like that it was snow that was, it melts and then ices and then melts and ices.
Mhm.
So like a good part of it you can walk on top of, but it was just like, what it was is like 2 inches of slushy and then a hard layer. And so it was like walking in sand the whole way, just kind of irritating. But then about every 10 steps, you just fucking and just fall through, and fucking had to do that for fun. We assumed we were asking each other, like, how long do you think that was? We assumed we walked 4 miles in, and fuck, we got to the top of those 4 miles and pretty beat up. Like, it was fucking, my legs are pretty jelly.
Did you see a bear?
Did not see a bear, but I saw another bear this week up by my work, and we were real close to where I work.
Yeah.
Because it's this big section of the Water Bureau, and we were on the back side of that property. And fucking saw a coyote, a bobcat, and some deer. So, saw some wildlife. You're not supposed to shoot the bobcat, but there was a dude that pulled up in this Jeep. Some dude pulled up in like $100,000 Jeep. Like, no shitting you. Like, one of the nicest Jeeps I've ever seen in my life.
Jesus.
And he just putting. He had Kevlar tires and fucking the whole 9 yards. Like, this dude had a badass Jeep.
Yeah.
Like, dudes have like pretty Jeeps.
Yeah.
No, this was next level. Like, this was next level badass Jeep. Old guy pulls up, scared the shit out of us. We're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And fucking, he's like, I didn't expect to see anyone out here. We're like, yeah, we didn't expect to see anybody out here. And fucking right when that guy pulls up on us, fucking bobcat runs across the road. And then we go away and we're just like, fuck, that dude wasn't there. We would have shot ourselves a little bobcat. Fucking. The coyote's fair game, but I fucked that one up. I scared it. We were using a little calling thing. It was pretty cool. My buddy bought this fucking box, and he goes and sits it out in the woods, and then he hits a little button, and it sounds like a bunny rabbit dying. And then animals fucking, dude, it fucking worked, because the bobcat came for it, the fucking coyote came for it, fucking, and the bears are supposed to come for it too. It's like easy prey, you know what I mean? Fucking animals sitting there all fucked up. But it was fun. I had a blast. It was super fun. I did have to come home and instantly reevaluate my pack weight.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this pack is way too fucking heavy to be carrying around. It's like, what needs to go?
Yeah.
As much of this shit out of this backpack as absolutely possible.
Are you gonna go?
It's
again?
fun as shit though. Fuck yeah, I'd be going right now, but it's kind of rainy and we got this show. Fucking definitely going next Friday. Fucking
nice.
It was great. It was great. Do you remember me talking about the Weyerhaeuser shit last week?
Mm-hmm.
So supposedly, I asked my buddy about that. He's like, yeah, they're a German company, and they're the largest. He said, I didn't look any of this up, but he said that they're the largest landowner in the world, is Weyerhaeuser. And they're a German company that owns that. Yeah, I don't know. But he said they're a German company, and they just buy up a shitload of land, and they're like, oh, yeah, do a bunch of logging and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I've never heard of it. I was like, maybe it's just an Oregon thing. But then I was like, well, also logging is kind of just an Oregon thing. It's way bigger here than it is. We have to be the biggest state for logging. I would assume we are.
I have no idea. Do they log in Alaska?
Oregon. Probably, but then you got to just weigh how easy it is to get logs out versus how much lumber there is.
Yeah.
And I would assume Oregon would be the best state for that.
Yeah.
You got a pretty good interstate system everywhere, but yet super forested.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, getting logs from Alaska to the lower 48 seems like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be way cheaper just to get them out of Oregon.
Yeah. Jesus.
Got a barking dog.
Well, I have a cup like in my body that's full of liquid, and it has adulting written on it, and that's
Adulting?
the amount of adulting that I have, and that cup is drained over the last 2 days because I finally did my fucking passport renewal, which is it's an 800-step process.
800 step?
Yeah. It's an 800-step process to renew your passport with the United States government, and fucking thank God I'm finally over it. Oh, it's such a pain in the ass. Pain in the cock.
Aren't they switching everything over to that smart ID shit?
Yeah, like for your ID, but I don't think it has anything to do with passports.
Well, are you sure? I thought like the new smart ID is going to replace a passport or whatever, and then that's what you have to have the smart ID to fly. You can't just have your passport.
As far as what I've read, you need the smart ID to fly or a passport.
Oh. Okay.
Jesus Christ, you're like living in a fucking zoo. Like fucking Dr. Doolittle over there. Enough with the animal noises. I'm going to hear a horse next.
Oh, that's funny.
But
Sorry.
I went to the DMV to do most of it, and I was ready. I was going to be like, well, this will be an experience in this fucking DMV. I'll be able to yell about on the show about how shitty DMVs are. I'm not going to lie. I know it's an unpopular opinion. The fucking DMV here was extremely pleasant to fucking go to. I waited.
It's because you're in fucking Williston, North Dakota, or whatever the fuck that place is.
It said you needed an appointment, but I didn't fucking make one, and I waited about 1 minute. And then the lady completely helped me. She took the picture for me. She stapled a bunch of my stuff together, told me what to fill out. They gave me a desk to sit at, and it's like, sit here. You can do the whole thing here, so if you have any questions, staple stuff together. She wrote on sticky notes everything else that I would need, how much for the money order and stuff like that. Left me like with sticky notes of what to do, what fucking mail envelope to mail it in at the post office, and I had like my packet ready and everything, and it was like perfect. Like, thank you. Fucking perfect. This is great. Look, and it's still a terrible process doing it, but that's the government's fault that it's a terrible process. They here at the DMV just helped me out with the terrible process. It was they helped a lot because it was very confusing. And I'm not even planning on using the goddamn passport. I just want to still have one. But fucking finally.
Yeah, I still don't have one. Fucking, I need to get on that shit.
The only good thing about it is that it's good for 10 years. But then just the process of the renewing or the getting originally is just shitty. And it takes like 12 weeks.
Yeah, I want to go to like Mexico and shit. I need to get on that.
Yeah, good luck. Good fucking luck with that.
Well, go fuck yourself because,
Yeah.
that DMV experience you just described is nothing like the DMV experience here.
No,
I've never... Luckily, I get Fridays off, so I can get in at like 10 o'clock on a Friday, which is a good fucking time to be there.
Yeah.
You know, because people are still working and shit. But you fucking go any off times, you might as well shoot yourself in the face around here.
Yeah.
There is, I mean, a normal day at the DMV, there's 200 people in that room.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I think there's 3 of us. And three tellers. Or whatever.
I remember doing it once. It took me, dude, my first or second, I remember I had to get my ID picture taken. I can't remember. Maybe it was my first ID. It must have been. I let my Idaho ID expire because I'd been here for a minute. But dude, I sat in the fucking DMV here for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
It was fucking miserable. I was so mad. And then my picture, no, in my wallet, fucking my picture, I think it's the same picture. I'm fucking pissed in the picture. Like, I'm not happy in the picture. And they're like smiling. I'm like, fucking take the picture because I'm about ready to stab everybody in this place.
That's funny. They're taking pictures of people after they stand in line for 3 hours.
Yeah. No one's happy.
I was pleasantly surprised.
That's fantastic. I was watching Law and Order. It's been our new show for the last few months when we go to bed.
Dun dun.
I love Law and Order. I love Criminal Intent more than SVU, but I can't find Criminal Intent right now, so we're on an SVU kick. I like Mariska Hargitay. She's great, but Vincent D'Onofrio or whatever his name is, that dude's a fucking bad motherfucker. He's the best. He was the best at doing it. I don't know if you have any. No?
No clue.
What are you laughing at?
No clue. I never really
What are you talking about?
Law and Order.
Have you ever seen Criminal Intent?
No, I've seen SVU though.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Fucking Vincent D'Onofrio or whatever. Mm-hmm. The guy from Full Metal Jacket. This is my weapon. There are many like it. Oh, boom!
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that guy?
He did Law and Order, and it was fucking money. It was so good. But for some reason, SVU gets like more likes.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. Criminal Intent was way better. That guy knocked it out of the fucking park with Criminal Intent.
All right.
But I don't get what it is. I think it's having Ice Cube in. I don't know. I think they just like that's cast more. I don't think it's really Mariska Hargitay versus
Isn't it Ice
Vincent
T?
D'Onofrio. Ice T. What did I just say?
Ice Cube.
Vanilla Ice? Ice Cube? Yeah, Ice T. Sorry.
Okay.
There's too many ices, okay? Too many ices out there. What was I going to say? Oh, anyways. So I was watching fucking SVU, and they had this... they had this situation play out, and I'm like, is that a real fucking thing? And my girl's like, yeah, you've never heard of that before? I'm like, no. Like, what are you talking... I'm not even going to be able to say this word right. Pseudocyesis?
Okay.
Pseudocyesis. I'm not saying that right. Pseudocyesis. It's where women... It's a fucking thing where women get pregnant, and like they will straight up be fucking pregnant. Like fucking full on belly, everything. Like their whole they stop their periods, whole 9 yards, except they're not fucking pregnant. And supposedly no one knows why this happens, and no one even knows what's in the belly, which that blows me away too. If you look it up I was Googling it, and I'm like, how are we sending shit to Mars? How can you tell me what the fucking sun's made of and shit, but you can't tell me what's in this girl's belly? That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. How is it how have we gone so far in the medical world that there's women out there that have a belly full of shit and you can't tell me what is in the belly? That doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
Like, I just don't... we're living in a simulation because that doesn't make any sense. Like, that is just a huge glitch in the Matrix right there. So anyways, I guess it was a thing on SVU. They fucking... lady's pregnant, and she's like, don't steal my baby, and they're gonna arrest her, and then the doctor's like, actually she never had a baby in her belly, and they're like, what? And they're like, yeah, it's pseudocyesis or whatever, and women will straight up get belly out, like 8-month pregnant belly, fucking stop their periods, everything, but there's no baby. And it's like they mentally put themselves there, like they want to be pregnant, and they'll fucking make themselves pregnant, but no baby. Isn't that crazy?
That's fucking
I've never
really
heard of
weird.
This.
So it's like they like to take a pregnancy test. It'll be like, yeah, you're pregnant.
I don't know about that.
Okay,
but
physically,
what they were doing,
what
they were doing in SVU is they were doing the mammogram or whatever,
sonogram,
I don't know,
whatever,
sonogram or whatever, and fucking
yeah.
And they're like, "There's no baby in here," and then they were going to arrest her because they thought that she'd killed her baby or whatever, and fucking.
She never had a baby.
And then the doctor's like, no, that's actually a normal thing, blah, 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 that happens.
Speaking of babies,
I don't know.
when's this fucking baby coming? Because I feel like this is the longest pregnancy in the history of the world.
Well, babies take a while to get here.
Well, it's been like over a year, so I don't know how long it's supposed to take.
It's not been over a year. We were like episode 20 when this whole baby thing came about.
I feel like it was episode 1. Maybe I'll have to look back.
No. It's getting fucking close. We're like, what's the date today? April, May,
24th?
April. We got like a month. We got a month and a half ish. Little less than a month and a half left.
So it'll be a 15-month pregnancy. Okay.
Yes, 15-month pregnancy.
Jesus Christ. Well, I have another poker game tonight. Dear God.
What?
Yeah, I know. I know.
You guys are killing me over there. I can't get poker games fucking set up to save my life.
Brad's losing money.
Is it another $100?
It's not a tournament. It's a cash game. You just buy in for how much you want. You can leave whenever you want. But I was asking our listener, Chris, how much are you doing? He's like, probably 200. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Now I got to do 200. But maybe if I get
up... tournaments more than cash games.
I like a cash game. The blinds don't change. And if I get up like $100 or something, I can just leave. That's my game. Yeah. If.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'll probably have to watch Rounders again.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I watched Waterworld, which I'd never seen.
I was just having that conversation with the girlfriend. Fucking, it's a great movie. It's like The Postman. It's great.
It's not
great. Oh, it's like, it's just classic.
I know it's classic.
It's OG as fuck though.
Yeah, I know. I get that.
Great.
It's just.
Did you see Jack Black?
Yeah. But then I while during the movie I looked up the cast on my phone and I was like, oh, that was Jack Black. So I didn't pick it out in the movie, but
yeah, it's hard to. He's got big old goggles on and shit.
Yeah, I know, and I think he has a bunch of like he's like blackface.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like airplane exhaust. And I don't know. It's a cool concept, but it was like, of course there's going to be rolling groups of like savages and because it's.
Did you ever go to Universal Studios?
No.
After that movie came out, because forever they had the Waterworld ride. I'm assuming it's probably done now.
Probably.
But dude, the Waterworld ride was dope. It was probably one of the best rides at Universal Studios. You'd go into this like stadium thing, like not a huge stadium, but like a small stadium, and it was just a big fucking pool. Like a 20-foot deep pool. And then they just have all these fucking pyrotechnics and shit. And like the end, a plane would come out from behind the stadium and fucking land in the water and splash and explosions.
Yeah.
Then a bunch of dudes would be out there in wave runners doing like backflips and shit like that. It was fucking cool as shit. It was an awesome ride.
Nice.
Well, get out of here. It was a cool fucking ride.
No kids now will be like, I don't get it. What's Waterworld? So
yeah, why is there a plane and jet skis? Fucking, I don't get it.
Yeah. But I love Dennis Hopper. I like the Dennis Hopper.
Have you ever been to Universal Studios?
No.
It must. I wonder what it is now, because they've had to have just done away with like everything I remember from my childhood. Like it'd be like going to Backdraft. Backdraft was another big ride there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, today's people be like, "What the fuck is Backdraft? Do you even know what Backdraft is?"
No.
You've never heard of that movie?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was like a 90s movie, like a fire movie. A lot of explosions and fire, pyrotechnics shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they've had to have done away with that. When I was there, they had they were doing the Terminator shit, and that was a pretty fucking dope ride. I want to go to Universal Studios. I always thought that was one of the better ones. Like, fuck Disneyland. I mean, it'd be cool to take a kid there, but fuck Disneyland. Universal Studios was just cool because it was more about, pyrotechnics and fucking... It wasn't like rides, but, I mean, rides are cool and shit. So it was either go to Six Flags or go to Universal Studios. But then they'd have the King Kong ride and shit like that. Where you'd, like, go through a little tunnel and it'd go all black, and then King Kong would fucking come up to your fucking shit. Dude, Universal Studios was dope. I liked Universal Studios. It was fun.
Interesting.
The Terminator one was dope as shit. It was all 3D and shit like that. And fucking a lot of gunfights and shit like that. It was good. It was good.
One of my best friends ever, him and his wife on their honeymoon went to Disneyland by themselves. And I was so angry when I heard about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, I kind of wish we would have went somewhere else. And I was like, why would you do that? Why? I can't. It just breaks my brain even when I still hear it. I was like, that's so stupid. Why would you?
Yeah.
Don't you want to go lay on a beach somewhere?
Absolutely fucking bananas.
With no kids? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm not about that. And there's like people out there that do that. Like,
oh, there's like single men who
adults
fly across
that have
the country.
Season passes. Yeah, and go to fucking.
It's so dumb. It's so stupid.
Yeah. I would take the kid there now.
I'd take a kid there.
I'm kind of done with amusement parks, man. It's just so dumb. It really doesn't.
It's so expensive.
It's so expensive, and you just wait in lines. Why are we paying $100 to fucking sit in a line all goddamn day?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Go for $100, you can go rent a boat or something. You know what I mean? And fucking not wait in a line and go do something entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not about it.
No, I know.
Not about it. So last week, let's see. Everything's all weird to me. We keep changing the schedules around. I'm outside. I was cleaning cars. Yeah, we got off, and then I started cleaning cars and shit. It was a beautiful fucking day outside. I was loving life last weekend. So I'm sitting out, got about done cleaning up the truck. I'm like cleaning windows. I'm outside with Windex, doing the insides of the windows and shit, rolling them down, getting that nice little crease in the top and the little line there, you know, doing that shit. And I see this fucking U-Haul truck, like the pickup trucks, like not just a normal like F-150 pickup truck, U-Haul, comes cruising down the street with a trailer, but it's like the boxes, like you know, like it's kind of a popular thing. I think I don't know how U-Haul does it, but it's a lot of like moving companies now. They'll like have a box that you just drop in front of your house, and then they take off.
Yeah.
And then they fill your shit up, and then you pick it up. So he's driving a U-Haul thing, and then he's got a trailer with a U-Haul box on it. You know what I mean? Like it's not a tray. Yeah. And he pulls up, and I'm sitting there washing, and he like creeps up like right in front of my house. And younger guy, I would say my age, somewhere around my age, normal looking dude,
Middle aged,
looks fit, fucking tattoos, you know, blah blah blah. And he pulls up, and then there's like 3 cars behind him, you know. And this is a 25-mile-an-hour street. It's just it's not dead, but it's not busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It cuts into another road, so we do get a lot of people using this as a shortcut type deal. But mainly, it's a pretty dead road. A lot of kids and shit. But he pulls up, and there's 3 cars behind him. And he, like, creeps up, and then he passes, like, right in front of my house. There's, like, a T. And so he goes, and he, like, passes the T, and then he starts backing up. And I'm, like, watching him. I'm like, what is he trying to do? I was like, is he trying to back down that street?
Oh.
Or what is he doing? And I watch him, and he starts backing up, and the thing just starts jackknifing into, like, heading towards my house, like in the middle of the street. And he stops, and then he goes back further, and it jackknifes even more. And like, I'm like, oh man, this is bad.
Oh man.
And then he pulls forward, and now he's like 10 feet further down the street. So now I'm really wondering, like, where is he going? And then he starts backing up, and he just does the same fucking thing. And then he just fucking takes off down the road because there's cars like piling up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and I'm cleaning the windows, and I'm pretty lit up at this point. I've probably had 4 beers. You know what I mean? And feeling pretty good, and doing my windows. And then 5 minutes goes by, and he's coming the other way down the street. And he slows way down, like right in front of my house. And he's not looking at my side of the street. He's looking on the other side. And he's, you know, bobbing and weaving, doing these, like looking everywhere. And fucking, I'm like, what is this fucking dude doing? And then he's like real slow, just creeps, and then fucking takes off, going the other direction, gone. I'm like, what the hell? So I know I start figuring out kind of what he's doing. So there's a T across the street from my house, but then 100 yards down the street a little bit on the other, like away from my house, there's another T, but it's more like a driveway, but it's like cookie cutter houses. So you like turn off the main street down this skinny little driveway, and then there's 3 tiny little driveways off of that tiny driveway where it's just cookie cutter, tiny, cramped ass little condos. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so backing a trailer into that would actually be a real motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because it's like off the main street, you very narrow.
Yeah.
And then if you went down that to turn into your driveway, you have like very little space. But I mean, I don't know how good you are with a trailer.
Not good.
There's two things. Like, one, a really small trailer is extremely hard to back up. It's the hardest there is. The longer the trailer is, the easier it is to back up. But given his circumstances, having the small trailer is actually super beneficial because you can make that zigzag. You know what I mean? To get into his deal would actually, I mean, it might take you might have to stop and go forward a foot here and there to like get the right zigzag to get into his parking spot.
Okay.
But then on the third pass, he's coming back down the road the same way he originally went down. Now 15 minutes has passed. And he pulls up and then he just says, fuck it. And parks like, dude, he's like 150, 200 feet away from his house.
Yeah.
And just pulls over to the side of the road and just fuck it, opens the deal and starts packing shit.
That's what I would do.
Super fucking far away.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I like, he's young. I was in my head debating the whole time, like, one, there's no way I could go up and talk to him without coming off arrogant. Like, hey, do you need someone to come back that trailer up for you? You know, there'd be no way I couldn't be a smartass. Like, and then I didn't want to be. And so I sat there debating. I'm like, I should just ask this guy if he wants help backing up his trailer.
No, you shouldn't do that. That's not a good idea.
See, I was having this whole debate and I just didn't do it because I was like, it's going to be an ego thing. And he's a younger 30-year-old guy. He won't be able to deal with the fucking the ego kick in the face. But then what made me even more mad, he had just gotten off work, obviously, and he's wearing a fucking Les Schwab tire. He's a Les Schwab tire person, and he can't back up a trailer. And I'm just like, oh man, your dad would be so fucking mad at you. Like, just what kind of world do we live in where a 30-year-old man doesn't know how to back up a fucking trailer? That should be a number one thing of pride, is to be able to back up. I made it a huge goal. Like, I got to be good at this. Like, I have to be good at this. From 17 years old, it was like, I got to be good at backing up a trailer. Because every other man in my family was a fucking beast at it. One of my oldest brothers is the best trailer backer upper I've ever seen. He can do a small trailer, and he can fucking... We used to have a driveway at my parents' house that just did this long circle, and it's like 200 yards. And fucking, we had a small trash trailer, tiny little trailer, and he could fucking back up that thing at like 15, 20 miles an hour and do it fucking to this day, it still astonishes me. It's like, I don't get how you're going so fast with that small of a trailer and just knowing that you're not going to jackknife. That I can't do that, but I could back it up the whole thing. I would just have to go twice as slow as he's going.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're not good at it. You're not good at backing trailers up?
Well, I've towed a lot of trailers, giant trailers, giant, heavy, shitty shit in fog and all kinds of craziness, but no, I'm not backing it up. Mm-mm.
Huh.
Yeah.
I
hate towing stuff.
Tisk, Brad.
I fucking hate it.
Tisk.
I hate it. That's where my co-pilot came in handy. I'd get out and we'd switch, and he'd back it up. And then I'd get back in and drive.
That's so sad. Aren't you mad at yourself?
Well, that was when I was 21. I mean, that was a while ago, but still, I still am not comfortable.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty fucking easy. I don't know. I got a lot of skill with it at the roofing company because we always had a trailer, and it was every day you had to back a fucking trailer up into someone's driveway. But it's not that fucking hard.
Yeah. I understand. I understand what needs to happen. For some reason, I just feel like I don't have enough vision. So I'm like, I don't know. If I had someone behind me,
are you good at parallel parking?
Yeah. Yeah, I can parallel park.
So you know how cars do the parallel parking for you now?
Uh-huh.
Like new cars, you just hit a button and they do it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Ford Expedition or whatever? It backs a trailer up for you. So you found your next car.
There you go.
You just hit a button and it backs up a trailer for you. Which I thought was... Yeah, my girl's like, she's like, I need that. I'm like, no, you need to learn how to back up a fucking trailer.
Yeah. If you're towing one, you should probably know how to back it up. They had me out here, 21 years old, fucking flying down the streets with giant trailers, not knowing how to back shit up. If I had someone behind me, being like, go that way, go a little left, a little right, back it up, I could follow their signals and shit. Like, all right, I'll do it. I don't know.
Okay. So I haven't driven the truck for a long time.
Okay.
The Dodge, my Dodge. I've been driving that tiny little eco car for a long time, and the radio fucking sucks balls in that tiny little Ford C-Max bullshit hybrid thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I ever told you, but I have a really nice sound system in my truck, and I never get to listen to it. I put a bunch of money into it, And then recently I've been back in the truck and it's summertime, windows are coming down. And I'm like, oh yeah, fucking start cranking the sound up. Like, But, and you've heard me talk a lot of shit on rap and stuff like that. But there's something about getting in a car with like good subwoofers that what do you have to put rap on? You know what I mean? You have to. It's like you fucking have to. And it's like my girl gets, I can't even remember, but she like got in the car and she's like, and the radio comes, like it turned back on from what it was. And she just looks at me like, what the fuck were you just listening to? It's like, sometimes I feel a little hood. You know what I mean? Sometimes the hood comes out. Sometimes the gangster comes out.
Yeah, it's
I think
great.
yesterday I was listening to E40 going down the street, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, this is crazy. This is crazy that I'm the one listening to this. But it was like the bass was so good. It was just sounded so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. And what sucks is there's a lot of rap that I would rather listen to, but the times weren't up to the music didn't match. I love a lot of shit that came from like the late 90s and early 2000s, but the sub work that the fucking producers of the music didn't quite have the subs down yet. And so like Eminem's first album really doesn't sound that good on a good when you really crank it up.
Really?
It's like they put way more, the bass doesn't sound, it sounds okay.
Huh.
But fuck, you put you put E40 on and it's fucking money. It's just like they just spent so much time obviously on subwoofer, like low end like frequencies and shit, that they've nailed it. Whereas like I can go through a bunch of albums from the late 90s that they just like a lot of Wu-Tang really doesn't sound that good on a system. Yeah, it's great music, but like the real sub work isn't there. Fucking the first few Eminem albums, not there.
Yeah.
Fucking I even was trying out fucking you're gonna really judge me on this one. But this was like one of the first albums of my childhood, and it'll always hold near and dear. I hate the band, but this album is fucking amazing to me. The Great Milenko by ICP, I'll never not like that album. Do you know that album at all?
No,
fucking,
no.
You never listened to it? You should listen to it.
I'm not
It's a
listening to
decent... ICP sucks, and I've went through other albums, and I'm like, this is crazy. But The Great Milenko... Oh, man, dude. Came out in like 97, dude. That shit was out of this world good.
Nice.
They killed it on that fucking album. But that album sucks ass too. Like the bass on it is just not fucking there. But then you put on fucking any new shit, any brand new fucking rap, and it's just it's way better. I don't know. You don't have you don't do that in your cars?
No.
Have you ever had a sound system in your car?
Mm-mm.
Not into it?
No, not into it.
I would kind of I would assume, being such a rap connoisseur, that you'd be into that.
I don't know. I've been in people's cars and it's just like, and you can't hear the people. That's all you can hear. You can't hear the. So I'm like,
okay. Now I talk match. I hate people's sound systems.
Yeah.
I get so mad at people's sound systems. My sound system, best sound system you've ever heard.
well,
Like,
50
wait,
Cent.
that is
50 Cent
exactly-
would sound good. Do that.
Okay, I'll have to play some 50 Cent. But that was when I did my sound system. I went into a stereo place.
Yeah.
And like that was my main thing. I was like, okay, I want good subs and shit like that. But I was like, my main concern is I want the sound to be the best we can make it in this car. So it was like, half the money I spent was just on the front end, was my tweeters and my 2 front speakers. And that was all Infinity Kappas. They have their own amplifier. Like when you crank that shit, the high end and the mid range, crisp and perfectly clean.
Yeah.
And then the subs kick in. And I was like, I do not want that fucking bullshit. I don't want it to sound, I don't want to crank it and it just sound bad.
Yeah.
I want it to sound fucking,
Well, it was always your friend. It was always your friend in like that 95 Honda Civic, and it was just like,
I hate it. I fucking hate it. Yeah, and then everything on a Honda is like so cheap and shitty that once it fucking gets that, it's just, you hear like the fucking exhaust fucking, just fucking, just everything fucking rattling and falling apart on the car.
Yeah, so fuck that.
I just imagine you would be into that, dropping like a G and fucking putting a decent speaker in your car, some amps. Why not? You're into rap.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, this past work week, fucking 2000s country was keeping me alive. That's all I could fucking do. Keep going.
Okay.
But that's cool.
Well, it's my guilty pleasure that no one really ever knows about until I'm alone in my car.
Yeah.
That I'll be like, okay, no one's looking.
I get that.
Fucking, oh, stay getting money. Yeah. Bump, bump. And I just bump it, and then I pull up to a stoplight, and I fucking turn it way down. Like, that's not what I'm listening to. And then we get going again, and fucking crank it back up. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I feel judged. If I ever roll up to a stoplight and people look at me, I gotta like, I'm not into it because I'm like, I don't want them to see a super white bald boy listening to fucking this kind of music. Like,
Yeah.
I just can't.
No,
It looks.
yeah.
I look like a poser.
I definitely turn my music down at a stoplight, and I also try to position myself so I'm not exactly sitting next to the person. I want to be a little bit behind or a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
Not exactly.
Oh, no one ever talks about that maneuver.
Yeah.
That is a maneuver. When you pull, man, I've never had this conversation with someone.
It's so uncomfortable.
Even when it's not, music makes it like very prevalent, but even when I'm like no music, you play that game, right?
Yeah.
To where you fucking pull up next to someone and you're like, either I'm gonna get to where you're not gonna make it to where you're just dead even with someone.
Yeah, just not
and
dead
then
even.
fucking. Do you ever feel like by looking at someone on the freeway when you're like driving by and you passing someone like 3-lane freeway,
Yeah.
and you're fucking passing someone on a freeway, do you ever feel like the act of looking at someone makes them look back at you? I swear to God, every time I don't look at people 90% of the time, but every fucking time I do look at someone, they fucking look at the same time. And
Yeah,
I'm
it's weird.
like, do you notice that? Is
Well,
that something
a lot
you've
of
ever
times,
noticed
a lot
before?
of times I look and they're just straight ahead. But then when I
Or
look,
is that what's going on? Is that
Yeah.
everyone is looking at everyone all the time, and I'm not noticing it until I look over and I'm like, fucking stop looking at me, man.
no,
Fucking-
well, no, because I look over and they're just dead ahead. So I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I send, I'm like telepathically fucking sending a vibe over to them, and they pick up on it, and they're just like, whoop, 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 and then we make eye contact, and it's weird as shit. We're doing 80, and we both make eye contact. I don't know. It's like a Lady and the Tramp moment or something like that. I'm not into it.
Something weird's going on in this universe, I'll
Something.
tell you.
So, but that parking thing at a stoplight, that's real shit.
Yeah.
That is the weirdest thing. And I get it all especially if music's playing. If it's summer, I got a cigarette going, windows down, and I don't want to be judged. I'm like, don't judge me. Don't judge me on what I'm listening to. Get out of my eyesight.
Yeah, just don't want it dead fucking even. That's all.
What about cops? How do you because then I do the exact opposite with cops. Is my theory has always been, I think it came from always, like rolling dirty as a younger person, to where, I always had shit to worry about in my car.
Yeah.
And now I don't.
Yeah.
But that shit rolls over into my older life. Like
Yeah.
I'm still my heart still races a little bit no matter what. But I'll I'll deliberately put myself in situations that I seem like I'm not trying to hide. Like if there's a cop, I'll put myself right next to that cop. Or all kinds of little maneuvers like that,
Yeah.
to where it doesn't look suspicious. Because you'll see a lot of people, if a cop's in a lane, people pull and they'll deliberately I ain't pulling next to him. You know what I mean? They'll leave a 10-foot gap, and it's well, now you look more suspicious.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to stay away from him.
Well, I like being right behind the cop, but I hate when the cop's in the front of the stoplight and then there's a bunch of people behind him and then everybody goes, but then everybody's staying behind. Nobody wants to pass the cop. So everyone's staying right behind, even if he's going 39 in a 40. Everyone's going 39 with him. I'm like, no, because nobody wants to be the one to pass him. And I'm like, oh, this is so annoying. Please just let. And then
that is the worst.
Then he turns off,
That's
and then
the
everybody
worst.
can just fucking go. I'm like, oh.
Whoa, fucking yeah.
I like being behind them though, but yeah, when they're behind me, I don't like that at all. Fuck that.
That's the greatest thing about Oregon, I will say, is fucking, man, people don't give a fuck. On freeways, it's just
Yeah.
there's just this unwritten rule where you can literally pretty much go as fast as you want. We pass cops. Yeah, I pass so many cops where I'm doing 15 miles over the speed limit, but everyone is.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking flying. It's
Yeah.
just not going to pull us all over.
It's craziness.
Okay, we got a guest coming on. Yeah?
Yeah. What, are they trying to join?
Well, yeah, one is.
Okay.
I don't know if they're all doing it on one deal or not.
Oh boy.
But we'll be back, guys. We're very excited about this guest, so we'll see you in just a minute. Are we gonna?
Don't look like a hoodlum anymore. It's so funny. Just like night and day. It doesn't look like me. And then, like, even my mom's like, oh my God, he looks. Well, of course, your mom's gonna freak out over it. But good excuse to wear a suit. You know? So, Brad, you're in. Did I see? Is it Nebraska?
North Dakota.
Or was it North Dakota area ish?
It's a
and then
terrible,
Eric, you're in.
terrible state.
Yeah, is it really shitty over there?
It's
like
terrible.
Just nothing over there.
Nothing. And the weather is the worst. It's the worst weather in the whole entire world. I'm pretty convinced.
When you getting out? Are you just there chasing the money?
Yeah, just money. I have no plans of getting out. I'd love a plan, but the money is really good. So
I keep trying to get him over here, but he won't come do construction. I was like, dude, come over to the light side. Fuck North Dakota.
Right.
Fuck North Dakota.
But he won't do it. He won't do it.
No.
So, okay, we got I'm going to just go ahead and keep all that original shit we just did. Okay, so today we got Pathways, which I am extremely excited about. We got Kyle Miller here, the bass player, and we got drummer, right? Bill Lanigan. Awesome.
Yeah, you can Will Lanigan. Bill's, this is my professional Zoom.
Okay. Well, it's awesome to meet you guys. Well, I'm very excited. I like our last episode we had a band on, and like I said to them, is I've been pretty not online as much as absolutely possible, but I knew you guys were doing some shit, and then this last few days I kind of dug into what you guys are doing. Extremely blown away. Like mad props on every, like, jaw to the floor. Was like, holy shit. So you guys just released a video. Fuck, I should have wrote the name of the song down. What's the name of the song?
Great Old Ones.
Great Old Ones?
That's right.
Incredible. Like, I've known Kyle here for a hot minute, fucking probably 10 years now, which seems crazy.
Longer. Yeah.
And he's always been amazing, always been jaw to the floor, but this music video, this performance, the sound quality on all of it, I was, holy shit, wasn't expecting it. I was expecting good, but that shit was extremely high quality. So mad props on you guys. And you guys all seem like very talented musicians. Just I've never met the other, so it's 3 other guys. You have a singer, guitar, drummer, bass player.
4-piece band. That's
4
right.
guys.
Every member is like kind of the master of their own domain.
I was
the
drumming was extremely tight. The fucking guitar playing was extremely tight. The vocals extremely tight. Obviously, bass playing extremely tight. So mad props. I'm
thank you.
Very excited to have you guys on.
Yeah. Oh, with an intro like that, good lord.
Lord, got me all hot and bothered here. No, really. Thank you so much. I'm like so glad that you guys dig that shit, man. Like it's something a little harder, and I'm a little new to the band and stuff too, but like glad to be into a metal band now.
Hell
pretty fun. Always wanted to. Yeah.
I was gonna ask about that, because in just doing some Pathways research online, I saw Pathways seems like they've been around for a while. So I was curious of, like, if when Pathways started, and then Kyle, when did you join up? Because other videos I was watching, you weren't in them.
Right. Yeah. So Pathways, shit, I think they started back in 2016. Is that right, Will?
No. So Pathways originally started when John came back from Musicians Institute. He went to college in California for music.
That's Guitar Boy.
Uh-huh.
John.
That's right. He came back around 2012, and he was like, I want to start a band and just put some music on the internet. It was mainly just him. John wrote it all. Guitar is the only instrument that he plays, but he can write for just about any instrument. Hence that we wrote a symphony that John wrote. And in 2012 he started it, and then they went through like a myriad of member changes, kind of like just trying out different friends and stuff. It was just like music on the internet. Hey, I'm back in town. People like, oh, I want to be in a band, and they just kind of went around that. And around like 2015 is when I joined, and since then things have been more streamlined. There's only been 2 member changes since then. So 2015 is when Pathways like really had its solidification. 2016 is when we got signed, went on Tragic, went on a couple tours.
Yeah.
And then John moved out here for pharmacy school at University of Washington. And then our previous bassist, Jensen, came with him. And then I came out here like a year after. I came out here around like early 2018. And then since then, we found Kyle and the new vocalist, Sean Air, and we're back in an action, baby.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So are you guys, so this is Seattle based, I'm assuming? Where you guys are out of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so those guys are all down in Tacoma, and then I'm up north in Seattle here,
Okay.
like just below downtown. Yeah.
Awesome. When's so I mean, I guess this is an impossible thing to get around given the COVID thing. When do you guys plan on getting back out? Is it just trying later this summer? Now I just really want to come see you guys. Do you guys have any plans set?
Well, that's kind of where we're getting, strongholded is, we are kind of held up by COVID. So in the meantime, we're pushing hard with like an internet campaign. As you saw, we put out the first video. And if you've done some research on us recently, since finding that, you'll probably notice that like we've been pretty constant on all social since then, as opposed to where we were pretty much on a hiatus the last 2.5, 3 years. And then we just announced just the other day that we have another new song coming out May 6th. And that one's going to be titled Sophomania with another new video to accompany it. And we're very hyped for that.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
So back to, I just have to go back to this video a little bit for Great Old Ones. I loved it. It's like the first time I watched it, I didn't catch everything, which is good. That's what you want. You want all those little details that you notice more and more as you watch it more and more. But I love the whole eyes wide shut kind of vibe to it. That's just like right up my alley. And then just the little things in like the filming and maybe the direction too. Like in the beginning, like the drumming is kind of normal speed, and then there's like the slow motion flip, and then and it's just like, oh, that's just a little detail that I appreciate. And like Kyle standing on the balcony and stuff is just insane. And then what I also liked after I watched it a few times, I was like, you know what's really cool about it is that I feel when you're shooting like a music video for a band, it's like really easy to just stay with the lead singer and the drums, because that's kind of the easiest things to film. But everybody kind of got their own few second shots of like being able to show like some cool skill or just showcase like their own little thing on their instrument and stuff like that, and everybody kind of got that. So you're like, damn, it does seem very well rounded and stuff like that, just because in the video whoever was in charge of, if it was you guys or if some director or something, whoever was in charge of like mapping it out did a really good job at showcasing everybody and stuff.
Thank you. Yeah. That's all because this dude, Hot Carl Productions, his name is Carl. He's hot. So, him and his little production crew and stuff, they kind of put together that whole thing for us and stuff. So like a lot of everything that you're seeing and stuff is like just from his mind, kind of. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And the dude's crazy. Like he's doing like a Jason, I wouldn't call it a fan film, but it's like it's something off the franchise, I'm not sure, but it's actually like legit looking. It's sick. This guy's crazy, and he's got a couple other. Say what?
It's called Jason Rising. He's already got a trailer or two out for it on YouTube. If you're into horror, I highly recommend you at least take a look at it. If you thought the Goo video was good in any capacity, go ahead and check that out too.
Yeah,
nice.
It's pro. It looks pro. It's gonna be sick when it comes out. Like I'm stoked to see that.
And did he find that crazy mansion?
He did. Yeah. So
okay.
Carl is a hell of a producer. He's down in the PDX area down in Portland, and we're up in Washington, and we were searching for videographers in the area because we had an idea for what we wanted for the song, but we didn't think Eyes Wide Shut. We just knew we wanted something grandiose to match our comeback song. We found this dude Carl, and then he ended up sitting down in like a Google Sheets meeting with me one day, and he had like a spreadsheet of 6 different music video ideas. Dude went in. Like if anyone needs a music video in like the PNW area, he's your guy. And he gave us like this PowerPoint presentation of different music video ideas and like how they would be feasible and this and that, and like what his meaning was behind them for each song. And then I brought that back to the band, and we all kind of voted on our favorites, and we got it down to like 2 of them, and then that was our number one when we started talking to him about logistic wise. And he was like, well, I can find this mansion, and I can get a drone shot, I've got a crew that'll come out here, and I'll do a casting call for some strippers, and we'll make it happen. I did it.
Had a butt wiggle during my solo. I got that.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was cool.
video is extremely impressive. Fucking good job. I can't give you guys enough compliments on that. That was super dope. So how'd you guys find each other? How did you guys just overlapping dates and stuff like that? Like at venues you guys hung out? How did you, Kyle, get involved with them?
So it was like back in in August. They need a new bass player and stuff, so they started looking. And I think he was saying that some A&R guys and stuff that they knew, they had like a list of some other bass players in the area, and I was on that list. And so they were going through just kind of hitting them all up and like auditioning and stuff. And then they just happened to audition me back in like August and stuff. So like John Mann, our guitarist, just hit me up and he's just like, "Hey man, I like your playing." And like just that, like to a guitarist, so like, it's just like, thank you, my hero. Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, whoa, man. Hey, nice. You too, man." And then like started looking at his videos. It's like, "Oh, damn, he's pretty lit. Holy shit, he shreds. Oh my God." And then like seeing all these videos and like, "Yeah, man, you guys are pretty good. What's up?" It's like, "Yeah, we're looking for a new bass player." And then so gave me the bass solo to learn from what'll be on the album that'll be coming out later this year. They gave me a bass solo from that to learn. So like they're just like threw it my way. It's like, "Yeah, just to learn it, whatever, get back to us." So like about 4 hours later, then I recorded it and then sent it back to him. I was like, "Hey, is this like okay? Is this good enough?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, oh shit, yeah, perfect."
Yeah, which was crazy because the solo on that song that hasn't been announced yet is a pretty ripping one. It does like all sorts of slapping, tapping, and changes subdivisions, and it's just a tricky one to learn. And then for Kyle to have sent it back within a 24-hour period, even if it was just a skeleton of it, like to have it like, "Oh yeah, like, get this guy over here. Let's meet this guy in person. Make sure he's not a fucking robot."
Yeah. So they brought me down to Tacoma and then inducted me with a bucket of the red margarita mix where you pour tequila into, like that thing, and pizza. So I mean, and we also shotgun White Claws. Yeah. So that was
And speaking of which, so I don't know if you guys have partied with Kyle in the past, but he didn't know how to shotgun. So I had my knife.
Well, right. I was rusty. You take your knife and you push it in, and then you lift it up and you crack it open. And then he takes it and he goes full scream on it and just taps it and then he puts it up to his face and he doesn't open it, so he tries to like suck it out like a nipple.
Oh my God.
You could tell I was never in a frat or anything.
Yeah. That's great.
Learning to drink.
Yeah, I have to tell this story. I know this is kind of gonna get away from the band and more towards Kyle, so sorry. But I just
You're good.
Yeah, and not to like stroke your ego even more than I already have. But
No.
but I've told multiple people this story that and I don't remember if you exactly remember this, but so I used to work at a music store, and we had shared a stage together a few times, and we didn't. I don't know what our age difference is, but we didn't really know each other in school. It was kind of after high school that we had met each other, and it was mainly through music. And I was working in a music store, and my boss hated people coming in and just like doing the normal Guitar Center thing, to where they'd pick up an instrument and play, and he'd be like, "If you ain't gonna fucking buy an instrument, stop. Don't come in here for 2 hours and play me." Had that mentality, which I get, kind of. It's just like, you're using our gear. We're not a corporate thing, like blah, blah, blah. But then I remember, and I don't remember if you remember this, but you came in and you picked up a bass and started playing, and he, did his normal, just like shaking his head, like, "God damn it, people coming in just playing." And I was like, no. I was like, "Dude, trust me. You want this kid." And then, I remember I think you did it a few times and just came in and sat, and I just had to sit down with my boss. I'm like, no. He's not going to be the annoying one that fucking just sends all the customers out the door. And we loved it. Like all of us. We had a folk guy in there, and he was just like, "Damn, this kid's good at the bass." And you just sit in there. One of my favorite memories. I loved having you.
Oh man, thank you. I never knew that. That's so sick. That was at Downtown Music and Game or something like that, right?
No, Sandpoint Music. You didn't come. I think you came. It was 2 or 3 times. You didn't come in a lot, but you came in and you sat down for like a half an hour and just played. And I was like, "No, just keep playing. Just keep playing."
Yeah, I remember the shop. I used to do that one every so often, just go in there and geek out and stuff. I think I bought an acoustic bass from that place. That actually got stolen not too long ago. Well, a couple years ago, but yeah, bummer. Yeah, because I like remember the day I even bought it from that shop and everything, and like carved my name in it, burnt cigarettes into that thing, brought it up to Alaska, and like wrote tons of like other songs and stuff on it. And I don't know, one of those things that becomes a party and then someone steals it, and it's I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, it stinks. But that's so funny. Remember that though. That's very flattering. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping your boss, man. Stick it to the man.
Yeah, stick it to the man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. Fucking, and there was like I don't know, being young, there was like an ego thing. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a small town like bands battling for maybe
Clout.
it was just me, clout or whatever. And like there was originally like an ego thing I had where it's like, fuck those guys, blah blah blah. But then as time went on, I was like, actually, you can't argue. These guys are all so fucking talented. Like, god damn it, like I can't hate on them. So it's been awesome to like watch you kind of go from that stage to watch you in your other projects. It's awesome. And then this now is just like, well, I guess that's what you get when you bust your ass at it. Fucking.
Just don't stop,
Yeah.
like same back to you guys. Like I'm glad that you guys got on this show and have been keeping it going so long. Like I said, consistency is key. Just like keep pumping them out and stuff, man. Yeah, it's a grind, but yeah, it's cool to see like some of the people from the hometown and stuff that have been keeping going at it, been talking about it, been doing it for so long, and then keep going. There's a couple of them out there, but no, there are still those bands from the same point, they'll remain unmentioned that were always no, that weren't that good. Those are always the fun ones to go and see and stuff. Playing the Connie's back bar.
Hell yeah. So so where can people find you? Any things you want to throw out as far as,
So Great Old Ones is like a single off of the new project, correct?
Yeah. Well, so
standalone single. Yeah. So we have a full-length album that's written, recorded, locked, loaded, and the first single, Sophomania, that's coming out on May 6th, is going to be the first single off of that album.
Okay.
Great Old Ones was a standalone that it was our first song that we had written since we had gotten Kyle in the band, because the album was written prior, and then we needed to find Kyle, he'll add his flair to it, but it's been recorded as is. So Goo, we really wanted, Kyle injected in there.
Yeah, I see. Okay. And that's coming out the end of May?
Beginning of May. May 6th is going to be Sophomania. And then, we'll have a release calendar for 2 to 3 more singles before the actual album itself drops.
Okay.
And
what's the name of the album?
So we haven't announced that yet.
Okay. I was wondering. I was like, man, they're skirting that question pretty good.
Sneaky little boys. And really, it's really being dialed in for sure, because the song names, they matter, but they aren't as important. But the album name, we kind of want to give it an identity, and we have an idea of what we're pretty certain on, but we haven't fully put that nail in the coffin yet. We did get the artwork for it made, but it doesn't have the title of the artwork. Or so the title within the artwork.
Right.
So we are still fine-tuning.
And then just hoping you guys can play live and
go
see people again.
Boy. And it's funny because I think this is the first time Kyle's ever been in a project like this. Pathway is almost written like a business, where a lot of our music is written in a program called Guitar Pro. And we send that back and forth to each other so that we can all really dial in our parts. If you were just like straight riffing, obviously it's very organic, but sometimes you'll forget what you played. Same thing, especially on busy drum parts. Like I might forget that I played a 16th note triplet hi-hat somewhere in between. But when you have it in Guitar Pro, we write it all out in sheet music form, and you can see each member's individual notes. And we write a music, and then we teach it to ourselves, and then we play it. So when we played the music video for Goo, that was the first time all 4 of us had played live together.
Right.
Kind of like no amps or anything, so you're just like hearing like string slapping, and then only Will, and then our singer like screaming his head off.
So like John and I have obviously played together for years. We've been on several tours. Kyle came over to my house one time. We jammed together, and then the vocalist, I tracked him, so I know that he can hit all the notes and stuff. but like the time that we were all together, like as a physical band playing, together, the first time was at the music video shoot.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's-
impressive.
So we all
That's
play the
awesome.
metronome anyway, so it doesn't really make that much difference.
Yeah.
As long as you know your parts well and you look good doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep on saying this like over and over again, but like I was saying to John one day, I was just like, man, wouldn't it be cool like to be in a band if it meant like you had to play your instruments? Because like we just been like doing this like advertising grind, social media grind, like focusing, trying to really like push these songs as hard as we can, make them reach and get as much out as we can.
Mhm.
So it has been upgraded.
But you're like, I just want to play music.
Yeah. Just like, so when it comes time for like, playing shows and stuff, and we all got to learn all these songs again and stuff too. So that'll be just like another thing to throw in there for the list of to-dos and stuff. But they're good, difficult songs, and have definitely pushed me, in my playing ability and stuff. And I've definitely gotten better, just from being around these dudes and stuff too. Like the solo on Goo, the bass solo. So it's like guitar solo right into bass solo. Me and John got to write that together and stuff. So it kind of sounds like, I say this a bunch too, but it sounds like a bass player that wants to be a guitarist,
Yeah.
And so it's like got those kind of like both like a shreddy element from like a guitar player, but it still sounds like, a bass player with all the slapping and popping and all that. Losing my voice. So, but yeah, that'll be a whole nother thing, is just like learning these things for when it comes time to play live.
Yeah.
But so stoked to play with these guys. Oh my God.
It's gonna be hot.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Steamy.
Well, hell yeah. Thank you guys very much. And yeah, you definitely got yourself a new fan. I'm definitely going to fanboy out on this. And the second you guys are live, you better come to Portland. I'll drive to Seattle. It doesn't matter.
Oh, dude,
I'll
we'll
be
come
there
tear your
for-
neighborhood apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll blow the doors off it.
Hell
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Portland. Oh yeah.
Well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, again, I can't stress enough how awesome it is to watch you, Kyle, and then just see this project. Yeah, I'm very
you.
excited. Very excited.
You still playing a little guitar a little bit, Eric? You
Yeah.
still twanging at least a little?
I had a band going for like a year, and then I was playing with kind of older guys, and then that just started getting them together and pushing them, and they want they're way more focused on work and shit. And then about 2 months ago, I broke my fucking finger, so I haven't been able to play in like 2 months, and it's still. The last week I've been wondering if I want to push it, but I split the bone right at the tip, so it's your fucking ring finger, so it's like one of the most essential fingers. So I haven't touched the guitar in a few months, but yeah, I'm probably gonna start focusing more on just solo shit. It's so much easier to fucking go book shows and shit like that when you don't have to fucking choreograph with people. Getting
Herd cats.
fucking guitar players and drummers to do anything is just a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we're pretty lucky in that we're all pretty communicative, and like we're all pretty like we'll jump in and like help each other out and stuff when it comes
and it
to
seems
doing
like
other tasks,
You guys are
admin crap.
focused.
Yeah.
And that's
Trying to be
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, you're a great singer-songwriter, man. Like, I hope
Aw.
you keep on going with that, dude. And I hope you do the solo thing. And dude, if anything, it's just do it for yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a lot easier to get your music out in the world now than it was, even as short as a decade ago. So record it, pop it up on your distributors, make a quick video for it, and let us hear it, let us see it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Well, again, you got anything, Brad? Or anything you guys want to throw in?
Thanks for doing this, guys. Seriously.
Yeah, we'll tell you guys.
Of course.
You can obviously find us on Facebook if you just look up Pathways Band, you'll probably find us real quick, facebook.com/Pathways Band if you want to find it real quick. We're up on Bandcamp as well, pathways.com/Bandcamp. Instagram, you can find us at Pathways Band. Twitter, you can find us at Pathways Band, and then TikTok, you can find us at pathways.band. That's how we get you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing we got into too. TikTok.
TikTok?
Oh, and we
Ah.
did just launch a merch store, and that's probably something that we're really trying to get people to, because each shirt that people get, they go directly into the release of the next song. And the URL is pretty easy. It's pathways-merch store.myshopify.com. But if that's too much to remember, we have a landing page on every possible social media that can take you right to it.
Rock and roll.
Perfect.
Well, thank you guys again. Appreciate it. I hope we can get you back on it some other time after this album goes through. I'm really excited to hear it and give it a listen.
Yeah, you bet. Shoot.
Well, this was a pleasure, boys.
Hell yeah. Thank you. It was nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, and great seeing you dudes again. Holy shit. I'm glad you guys are doing so well. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Well, rock and roll. You guys have a good old day.
Enjoy your good Saturday.
Thank you. Okay, and we are back. That was phenomenal with Pathways. I'm really excited. I'm excited for them. I love those guys. Love Kyle. That's awesome. It was great to hear from him. We got done recording.
Yeah, I know. We just talked to after that. We just talked to Kyle for what felt like a long time.
It was like damn near, probably about an hour. It was close to an hour, but that was good.
So I
haven't talked to him.
There's a lot of music
in
talk.
Like 10 years, and it was great.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for him. I've always been a fan. So that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have him back on at some point. He seems like a good.
He
guest,
is. They were
sure.
very good guests. A lot of times.
You got to watch Eyes Wide Shut, man.
It's on the list. I'll watch that if you read The Shining.
No,
I'm not watching. I'm not watching that.
Because that. Oh, fuck. Okay, whatever. Their video was vibes.
Get The Shining
Eyes Wide Shut vibes.
on audiobook, and then you get in your fucking car in the morning and just hit play, and then you drive to work, and then you come home from work and you hit play. You'll have it done in a week. You'll listen to The Shining, and you'll be happy. It's not going to take away time from anything.
Right.
Stop listening to radio from 10 years ago. Okay, whatever. I don't even care. I'm just.
I'll see what I
just
can do.
think if you really listened to that story or read that book, that you'd be like, okay, the book's better than the movie. It's fucking.
No.
You don't get to talk because I'm the only one out of these two people that actually has experienced both the stories. So
I can appreciate both. Look, the first time I watched Eyes Wide Shut, though, I was on acid, and I decided to watch Eyes Wide Shut, and it's burned into my DNA now at this point. I can never watch it again because it's a trigger. It'll make me feel like I'm tripping again. Anyway.
Rock and roll.
They have a great video.
Pathways? Oh, okay. Yeah. Like,
yeah. Pathways.
Okay. I'm sure this was... Again, I don't get on Facebook very much, but I feel like this was probably something that was on Facebook, and I'm just 2000 and late type of deal. Oh my God. Stop.
I feel like you're on Facebook more than you admit you are.
Why do you say that? Oh my God. Stop it!
Because when I post something, you like it. You must be on there.
No, I get, for some reason, I don't know what the algorithm thing is, but I get notifications on my phone. Like everything you do, it notifies me on my phone. It's like,
oh yeah.
And I don't know why it's you. I don't know why it picks certain people and I get notifications. So the Fox Store thing, it's been coming through a lot with his stream. You've been sending me it, but it's also been popping up on my fucking notifications. And then everything you do, Brad Robertson shared this, Brad Robertson, blah, blah, instantly pops up on my deal.
Sweet.
I don't know why. But anyways, my girl was showing me a story, and did you see that story? The Oklahoma governor signing that bill that like you can fucking, if you're in the middle of a riot and you end up killing someone or hitting someone in your car, you're not going to be held responsible for that. Did you see anything about that? And I just had it pulled up on my Google. But, like, the story had a fucking bullshit clip playing on it, and then it started yelling fucking advertisements at me, so I just had to click off the fucking the story of it. But, yeah, that, and then it's also made it, they can charge you with a misdemeanor for riots blocking the street or whatever, which is a maximum fine of 1 year in prison or a $5,000 fine, which is crazy for a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
But...
that's maximum.
I don't know. I thought that was an interesting little story. Oklahoma kind of fighting back against... I worry about it all the time here in Portland. Like, what would happen if, you see it on the news once in a while. Like, what would happen if they, like, blocked the freeway off and a bunch of people, like, surrounded vehicles and shit like that? Be a fucking nutty situation, and it'd be really hard not to just hit the gas and just be like, fuck you guys. Like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Especially if rocks started throwing and shit like that and they're beating your car with a baseball bat. Be a nutty situation.
Oh, yeah, I'd hit the gas. I'd get that.
Yeah, but then if you accidentally hit someone, ran someone over, like here in Oregon, you can go to prison for fucking 20 years for doing that.
That's fucked up. No, my lawyer would be like, no, he was scared for his life. He had to go.
So there was that, which, whatever. That was just an interesting story that came across the news table, blah, blah, blah. And then
Well,
go ahead.
Minneapolis will not burn this
I
week.
know.
And I was actually, I was getting these news things on my phone being like closing arguments are being delivered in Derek Chauvin case. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And then it was like the jury is now sequestered and they're going to come back with their verdict. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh fuck. Here we go. Here we fucking go. And then when the jury goes away to deliberate or whatever the case, they could be back in an hour. They could be back in weeks, And I'm like, you don't know when they're going to come back with it. And then they came back with it. It was like Monday or Tuesday, I think. And it was like, then I got the update. Jury has its verdict. And I was like, oh God. And I was seeing all these things on TikTok of boarded up Minneapolis and fences everywhere. And I was seeing these things of this heavy army equipment rolling down the street. And I'm like, you know what? If they want to burn it, fucking burn it. I don't give a shit anymore. Fucking burn it. If you want to burn it down, burn it down. I was going through like the stages of grief where I was finally at acceptance. I was just like, fuck it. Fuck, just burn it. And then the jury was like guilty on 3 things. And I'm like, oh, well. And I'm like, well, it won't burn this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
2nd-degree murder, 3rd-degree murder, manslaughter. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's going to be in prison for a while, and he's going to have a rough prison term,
Well, he wouldn't be in like general population.
He better not be, because he will get killed.
Well, yeah.
But then that would be worse, too.
And I'm like, that's...
What? I think I heard something on the radio that he's been in fucking solitary confinement this whole time with an hour released out of solitary. Yeah. That'd be pretty fucking miserable. I don't know what would be worse, getting the shit kicked out of you or being in solitary confinement for fucking 20, 30 years. It'd be miserable. I'd rather die. You just give me the death penalty.
2nd degree.
If that's going to be the...
I would just kill myself.
Well, but now you don't have the capabilities to kill yourself now.
I'd figure it out. Stop eating. Yeah, 2nd degree is maximum 45 years. 3rd degree is maximum 20. And then there's manslaughter on top of that. So that's the rest of your life. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you go from basically a regular life, and now you're fucked. Because you made a huge mistake.
Yeah. Isn't it? Do you think... The older I get, the more I think about shit like that. Like, I don't know, like situations. I'll play like situations out in my head, and it's like... Yeah, one little, fucking, you'd be driving down the road and fucking 1 minute you're here, 1 degree this way, and fucking, you're fucking in prison the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that could happen. You know what I mean? So many things from out of left field that you're not even like, isn't even in your fucking realm of thought that could just come out of left field and fucking boom, you're in prison. Fuck.
Yeah. It's true, and it's like, and it's like just rereading about this because I was trying to find like the details on how long the convictions are going to be and stuff, and they always before they tell you the information you want, they recap the whole goddamn case. And just reading about it, it was like that he got called down there because George Floyd allegedly used a fake $20 bill at some gas station or whatever. So the gas station person called the cops, and I was like, damn, when that gas station person saw the whole city doing like burning and all the riots and stuff, the gas station clerk or whatever was probably like, I can't believe I called that for that fucking 20. Like, maybe I shouldn't have called in for that fake 20. Maybe I just shouldn't have done it. The guy wouldn't have died. We wouldn't have, like, looking at the whole country, like Portland, all that. It's like, all because I called in for that fucking fake 20. For some reason, I was thinking about that poor bastard. I was like, what a weird fucking... crazy thing.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
If he could go back, he probably wouldn't have called in for the fake
Probably
20.
not.
No.
So I got
yeah.
trivia for you. You want to play some trivia?
I'm
General
sure.
trivia.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
Okay. Trivia. Here we go.
Which was about
What
movies.
does a funambulist walk on? Funambulist. Funambulist. What does a funambulist walk on?
I have no idea.
Tightrope. Area 51 is located in which U.S. state?
Nevada.
On a dartboard, what number is directly opposite of number 1?
22.
19.
Oh, fuck.
Which American president appears on the $1 bill?
George
Boom.
Washington.
What
Yes.
geometric shape is generally used for a stop sign?
An octagon.
Bam, dog. Good job.
Oh, thank God.
How many colors are there in a rainbow?
Seven.
Nice. Damn, good job,
Boom.
buddy. True or false? A scientific study on peanuts in bars found traces of over 100 unique specimens of urine.
True.
False. That's a weird
Oh,
one.
shit.
What is the nickname of the U.S. state of California?
The Golden
Nice.
State.
Good job. True or false? The color orange is named after the fruit.
Whoa. The color orange is named after the fruit. False.
This is true.
Oh, shit.
True or false? On average, at least one person is killed by a drunk driver in the United States every hour.
True.
Bam. True or false? In 2010, Twitter and the United States Library of Congress partnered together to archive every tweet by American citizens.
True.
Yeah, that's crazy talk. Did you know that, or are you just guessing?
Yeah. No, I knew that.
Who is depicted on the U.S. $100 bill?
Benjamin Franklin.
Nice. True or false? The Lego Group was founded in 1932.
True.
Nice. What is the name of Poland in Polish?
Deutschland?
No, that's Germany.
Oh, I have no idea then.
Polska.
Oof.
Oh, what restaurant mascot is a clown?
McDonald's.
What color is the EX in FedEx ground?
Red.
Green.
Oh, fuck.
True or false? Dihydrogen monoxide was banned due to health risk after being discovered in 1983 inside swimming pools and drinking water. Dihydrogen monoxide.
Probably
False.
true. Oh, false, Jesus.
The likeness of which president is featured on the rare $2 bill in the USA currency.
Ooh. Abraham Lincoln. Shit.
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, that's a good one. Fuck.
What is?
I have $2 bills too.
I hate words. I hate trying to fucking figure out certain words. What is cynophobia? The fear of CYNOP and then phobia. So CYNO phobia. Cynophobia. Cynophobia.
Cynophobia. I don't know.
Dogs.
Ah.
True or false? Vietnam's national flag is a red star in front of a yellow background.
True.
False.
Wait. Yellow star in front of a red background.
It doesn't tell me. It just says false.
Oh, fuck.
The flag of the European Union has how many stars on it?
11.
Close. 12.
Fuck.
Another word I'm going to struggle with. A passo is a type of Italian pasta sauce. True or false? Passo doble.
False.
Yeah, it's false. Who is the author? Oh, God damn it. Who is the author of Jurassic Park?
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah,
Michael
it's my favorite
Crichton.
author.
Woo!
What item is a
That
werewolf
was
most
good.
afraid of? Is the werewolf most afraid of?
Item?
What item is the werewolf, and it's underlined, most afraid of?
I have no idea.
Silver. Okay, we're on to some medium general trivia questions. So I think it's going to get harder here for a minute. What is the world's most expensive spice by weight?
Salt?
Saffron?
Oh.
True or false? The U.S. emergency hotline is 911 because of... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is so stupid. The U.S. emergency hotline is 911 because of the September 11th terrorist attacks. So
False.
fucking dumb.
That's really dumb.
What does the G mean in G-Man? I don't even...
G-Man? Gorilla?
Well, I've never even heard G-Man. Have you ever heard G-Man?
No.
It says, what does the G mean in G-Man? Government. I don't know what G-Man is.
G-Man? Yeah. Interesting. We got a couple G-Men at the door.
True or false? The sum of all the numbers on a roulette wheel is 666.
False.
Fucking true. That's crazy.
That's really ridiculous.
That's fucking badass. I can't believe I've never heard that before.
Right?
There are 86,400 seconds in a day. True or false?
True.
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 God damn it. I'm not even going to try that word. True or false? An eggplant is a vegetable.
True.
False.
Fuck.
What is the what is the unit of currency in Laos?
I don't
Kip.
know.
KIP. What alcoholic drink is mainly made from juniper berries?
Um,
Come on,
I don't
Brad.
know. Juniper berries?
What
Alcoholic? Oh, wine?
That's grapes. That's grapes. Come on.
I don't
Gin.
know. Oh, fuck. That's weird.
What Italian automobile manufacturer gained the majority control of U.S. automobile manufacturer Chrysler in 2011?
Did you say
Which
Italian or
Italian
German?
automobile manufacturer gained majority control of U.S. automobile manufacturer Chrysler in 2011? I did not know this.
Porsche?
Fiat. Did not
Fiat.
know that. What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet?
Z.
Omega.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What year was McDonald's founded?
1950.
Nice job.
Is that right? Fuck yeah, dude. Seriously. Fuck, that's
That is
amazing.
good. What was Mountain Dew's original slogan?
Do the do?
Yahoo, Mountain Dew. It'll tickle your innards. That is weird.
Have you ever seen that movie, The Founder, about Mount McDonald's?
I've passed it.
It's very good.
A million times.
It's very good. I've seen it a few times. I love it.
What was the soft drink Pepsi originally introduced as? That is crazy talk.
Something cola.
What was the soft drink Pepsi originally introduced as? You should know this, Brad.
Anti-anxiety.
Brad's drink. I'm not making that up.
That
is weird.
That's weird.
What is the Portuguese word for Brazil? Brazil. When did the website Facebook launch?
It was the beginning of 2003.
2004.
2002?
Very close.
2004.
Okay, we'll do a few hard ones here. What is the airspeed velocity of unladen? What? What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Is that like how fast you swallow something?
35 miles an hour.
Am I retarded, or that means when you swallow something, how fast it goes?
No, it's a bird.
Oh, a swallow, like a bird. Unladen swallow.
35. Okay. 35 miles an hour.
24 miles per hour.
Damn.
Before the 19th century, the living room was originally called the blank.
Common room?
The parlor.
The parlor. Damn.
Which of the following languages, but it doesn't tell you any of the following. It's fucking stupid. Which of the following languages does not use gender as a part of its grammar? And it doesn't give me anything. It just gives me one thing, so I don't know why it says the following.
American.
Which of the following languages does not use gender as a part of its grammar? What are you talking about?
American. I don't want to hear gender. We're all equal.
Jesus Christ. It's Turkish.
Oh, okay, Turkish.
I didn't understand what you were saying. I'm like, what the fuck? Virtual reality company Oculus VR lost which of its co-founders in a freak car accident in 2013?
I remember the name. I remember it, but I don't know I don't remember the name.
Andrew Scott Reese. Reese. R-E-I-S-S-E.
Okay.
If you plan it, how many notes are there on a standard grand piano?
Not 90.
88. Very close.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
These are there's a bunch of video game ones. What is the weight of a gold bar in Fallout New Vegas?
Stupid. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
I don't. 35 pounds. And then there's another one in the MMO RPG Realm of the Mad God, which I have never fucking heard of. What dungeon is widely considered to be the most difficult? Who the fuck would know that? That's so bananas.
Bowser's
The
dungeon.
Shatters. Okay, we're done with that. Okay, there's some trivia.
Shattered. That McDonald's question was fantastic.
The 55. Good job.
Because it's just because of the movie, I knew it was the 50s, but I'm like, when in the 50s? Not early, not late.
Right dead smack in the
55.
middle.
Damn. That's a great movie.
I might have to watch it.
Yeah, you should. Actually.
Okay, you got anything? You want to wrap this bitch up? What do you want to do?
The only other thing I had was that Caitlyn Jenner's running for governor of California.
Yeah, you said something about that, I think, and I have not heard. I didn't know that.
As Republican.
Oh, yeah, she's all Republican, right?
She is a Republican, but she says she's not a Trump Republican. She's a Republican.
Okay. Okay, well, that's cool.
And I think she should win because I think it's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Might as well.
I miss Bruce Jenner.
Until fucking this all came to light over Caitlyn Jenner, I had no the fuck idea who Bruce Jenner even was. That was way before my time. And it was way before your time.
He was
and
cool.
Everyone that's my age or around it, we don't remember that shit. That was like the 1989 Olympics or some shit like that. Like,
yeah. It was in the middle of the Cold War.
So long ago. So fucking... so maybe even before that, the early 80s or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Caitlyn Jenner killed somebody.
She did? Buckle up, buckaroos.
Exactly. It was in 2015, Caitlyn Jenner, who has had the surgery to transition to a woman, nailed someone with her fucking Escalade or something and killed them, and it was just settled out of court. That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
That you can just kill somebody. She was probably texting. I think she said she was smoking a cigarette or something like that. So the governor of California should be a trans woman who has killed somebody with their car.
Hey, is that you're
I'm all for it. That's
you're a Kanye fan? Is that video really of Kanye on the fucking jet ski? Is that is that Kanye West doing that?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because I see it on TikTok. It's like the real reason they're getting divorced. And then you see this jet ski nail this other jet ski and launch into the air. But I have no idea if that's actually Kanye on the jet ski.
Okay. I thought you might know.
It might
that.
be.
Do your research and report back next week.
I should. Okay, I will. I should know that.
Okay. We love you guys. Eric and Brad Show, episode 53. Is that correct? 53? Yeah. We had a great guest. Look for them. Watch the video, please. You will not be disappointed, guaranteed. And thank you guys so much for coming on. It was awesome talking to Kyle and meeting Bill. Wait, what did he want to go by? Will. I can't wait to see you guys live and see what's next. So love y'all.
Yeah, I'll be watching the next video.
Bye.
Do you just feel like there is no air left to breathe? Do you just wanna to be left outside the grid? It's all for sure, I didn't know. I wonder what it meant to be. If I let go and let it flow, I think there's more to see.
I just need a break. I'll take what you take. I just need to break.
Do you just feel like there is no just left to see? Do you just wanna to rewriting down your script? It's all for sure, I didn't know. I wonder what it meant to be. If I let go, let it flow, I think there's more in me.
I just need a break. I'll take what you take. I just need to break.
I'll take you to the trip to the other side. I'll take you to the trip to the other side. Take a step, it's a trip to the other side. I'll take you to a trip to the other side. Take a trip to the other side. I'll take you to a trip to the other side. Take a step, it's a trip to the other side. I'll take you to a trip to the other side.
We'll be back